Well, I come to you guys today with a very heavy heart. I love this car, but sometimes life happens, and sadly, I wouldn't say regretfully, because I actually had a lot of fun with this car, I have to put her up for sale. I did want to do this video probably a few days ago, but we kind of had some crazy weather, and it probably was the perfect setting, to be honest, because you know, it was raining or whatever, so it probably would have been good. But I mean, like I told you guys before, I don't script these videos, but they're so I might be all over the place with this Miata video. This is the finale. I hate to get rid of her, but I have to, just due to the fact that I will be very, very busy this summer, and she will be sitting, and I will be paying for her, and that's not that smart when I have a family to feed. So although I do want to keep it, and I could if I wanted to, if I really wanted to, it's just not smart at the moment. And also I wanted to try something else. Part of the reason of me getting rid of this car as we speak is I had an idea or a build path that I kind of wanted to go into, and when I kind of looked at the end game of what this car was going to be, I was similarly going to build it with pretty much going to the same path as the GR86, and with the GR86 also needing modifications and upgrades that I want to do with this channel, it would just take me far too long to get to this car, and financially it wouldn't be as smart. And what I think I need to do is focus on one car modifications first. So with that being said, I want to get a more practical car that I won't upgrade, and then ultimately, like I told you guys before, for those of you who follow my channel, the GR86 is going to be, you know, I'm full sending that car. It's definitely going to be the YouTube car and the track car, and, you know, the experiment is what I'm going to call it. And I can't have two experiment cars, especially not right now, just due to the fact I'm currently in a transition of moving to a whole nother state. So I just don't want to put myself in a situation to where I'm not in a great financial stance as far as, you know, paying for the car, paying for the insurance, when the car is just going to sit when I got to do a lot of other things. So I do plan on trading in this car for a daily, and just I don't mind paying for the 8.6 because like I said, that's going to be the car that's teaching me a whole lot. Although this car has taught me a whole lot, I plan on focusing just on the 8.6. So the 8.6 will be the flagship of this channel. I'm not sure if I will introduce my daily driver. I may go ahead and do that when I do trade this car in eventually, and get something a tad bit cheaper and more, I wouldn't say even more practical, but just something that is very, very cost efficient and something that has a back seat. So like I said, the part of the reason was that my build path with this car and the 8.6 was kind of going in a similar direction from what I was planning on doing when I ordered some parts. So I didn't want that to happen and make these things redundant. And honestly, for those of you who have Miatas, they don't really need much. They don't need much to do anything. And I'll be doing this car a disservice just letting it sit. And I don't have the real estate to let this car sit and not be serving a purpose. So with that being said, this car is gonna go up for trade. This will be the last video with this car. And for those of you who are in the market for this car, I mean, from my opinion, I think I've driven this car. I got this car at 6,000, no, like 8,000 miles, I think, and I'm at 43. So I've driven this car quite a bit, and there has been no lack of excitement every time I get behind the wheel of one of these cars. And I have the sport model, so for me it was, you know, even though I was lacking LSD or any of the crazy premium upgrades that the higher trim levels have, I still think that this car at its price point is worth it, because the soul of the car is still there. Even though it didn't have an LSD, obviously you can upgrade those things or just save up a couple of thousand and go get the club trim, the trim above this level, or the GT. But you know, if anybody was to ask me, would I get rid of this car if I didn't have to, and that answer would be no. I would not get rid of this car if I didn't have to get rid of it. But you know, life catches up with most of us, and for those of us who don't have a whole lot of disposable income, these are the realities that hit. And believe it or not, this car and the 86 has definitely given me the confidence to make this channel and start YouTubing. So, and also gave me the confidence to learn how to performance drive as well. So these cars have definitely taught me a lot. And like I said, I would recommend it to anybody who doesn't have kids and who just kind of needs a daily driver to commute from A to B. This is perfect. It gets you hell of good gas mileage. I don't think there's any flaws in this formula at all. This car holds the holy trinity of anything you need in a sports car. It provides it. A lot of people, especially nowadays, are hell-bent on horsepower numbers and something that's going really fast, but you'll be surprised. Once you get behind this car, you will slowly realize that none of that really matters. I've never thought that, until I got behind the wheel of one of these, that speed is relative. Once you kind of learn how to drive this car, you're faster than mostly everybody on the road. It offers a fun factor that I don't think any other car can replicate, not even my 86. And I love my 86. I love this car as well. But I would be lying to you, as I said before, if I said that this car isn't more exciting than the 86. It offers something I really can't explain, but you know what, I enjoyed every moment of it. You know, to me it's like, now I'm late to the game. This is an ND2 Miata, so this is my first Miata. So I mean, I can only imagine from the people who've had multiple, who've had NAs, NBs, all the way to ND, and was like, this is why they always sell well. And I'm a firm believer now that Miata is always the answer. And today I'm just gonna take one more drive in this thing and definitely enjoy it. And for those of you, like I said, who are on the fence and want a Miata, you should definitely get one. I highly recommend it, because it is clearly and easily one of the best cars ever made. And for me, if I had my situation a little bit, if my transition to doing something completely different from what I'm doing now as far as my personal life lined up a little bit better, I may have kept the car. But you know, sometimes things don't go as planned, and that's not a bad thing. And for me, I kind of just want to, I have a rear-wheel drive car already that I want to build and that I want to put my focus on. And me being able to focus on one car is definitely going to be easier than focusing on two. So, you know, here I am realizing that I have to prioritize my spending, right? And those of you who are who've been working a very long time and realize that these things aren't cheap to do, know that, you know, when you come up to this situation, these are hard decisions that you have to make. And like I said, I'm okay with that. There's plenty of times where I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep it, I can do this, or, you know, try to move some stuff around. But if I'm being honest with myself, I would be spinning in circles, you know, trying to build both cars at once. So for me, I had to think about, like, I had to find a car that one car I can just focus on at a time, because I'm also trying to, you know, stay at the track and do my track days and get better that way. And I can't do that, build two cars, and, you know, just expend a lot of money like that. It's just, it wouldn't be fair and it wouldn't be smart. So here I am, you know, looking for another daily, but something that I don't really look into modifying. Maybe at most, if I did modify the next car I got, it would just be an exhaust and that's it, which is fairly cheap. This car, I kind of had a whole plan around it, and I just realized that it wouldn't be the smartest thing to do before I spent the money. So, you know, with that being said, I just think that, you know, it's the right time. And I thank you for those of you who came to my channel for my Miata videos. I appreciate it, but this will be the finale of the video. I do hope you stick around for the 8.6, because that will be carrying my channel for the foreseeable future until I can find something else to grab, or maybe, who knows, maybe another Miata, right? You know, somewhere down the line, maybe later this year or something, if I can get a lot of my stuff together that I want to get together. But that remains to be seen. And for me, like I said, there's nothing like the Miata. There's nothing that I can say that could be like negative about it, because this car, to me, small but perfect. And I'm actually glad I'm tall enough to fit in it, you know. So that's all I got, fellas. It's traffic out here. It's not much I can do and much else I can say about this car, but that's it, man. I'm gonna miss her, and I'm just gonna take one last drive with the little gas it has left, and call it from here, fellas. And if you're new here, subscribe. It's gonna be all 86 all the time for a while. And again, to my Miata fans, I'm always gonna be a fan. I'm always gonna be in your corner. I'm always gonna watch Miata videos, and I'm always gonna recommend it when someone asks if they want a sports car. Miata will always be within that conversation for any of the people I talk to, or for any people who comes to my channel. I will definitely be honest with you about which car in your certain situation that you should get. One thing I would never do on this channel is lie and say something is better than, in my opinion at least, something is better when it really isn't. As it stands right now, the Miata is the best car I've ever driven, and that hasn't changed yet. So that being said, that's all I got, fellas. I appreciate all of you. Like, comment, and subscribing, and let's continue this channel. Let's make it grow, and let's make it happen, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.